The Devils. J-Dog back to answer some more goddamn questions. First up is from Joe Cobb. Paid question. Said, what are some of you and girlfriend's fave movies to watch during Halloween? Number one, I don't have girlfriends. I have a wife, so that's that. And during Halloween, same shit we watch the rest of the year. Nothing. Now, I know you are a very busy dude, but that being said, say you guys get time to snuggle up and watch a movie this year, what would you pick? I mean, don't get me wrong, I watch stuff, but generally speaking, as like some of the newer shows that I do like, I liked all the Dexters, especially those, not especially, all of them, but I'm saying even those remakes. The prequel one I liked, and this past one, I cleared them all. I watch those without Lindsay, because she doesn't, pretty much everything I like, she doesn't, and everything she likes, I don't. So I like the Dexters, so I watch those by myself. The Punisher series, cleared that a couple times, but a while ago. That was a Netflix, both the Punishers and the Daredevil seasons, even the new Daredevil that they just did, Daredevil Reborn or whatever. I cleared that. That was good. Bringing back Punisher as well. The best guy that ever played Punisher ever, in my opinion, was that guy in the Netflix series, whatever the fuck his name is. The Walking Dead dude. John something, am I correct? I don't know, could be wrong. Don't know his real name. I just call him goddamn Punisher. Or Frank Castle, one of the goddamn other. I thought he did the best goddamn job, so I'm glad that when they did the Daredevil remake, they didn't bring back some goddamn twinker. But what I do hope is they make continue with the series, another Daredevil, or my preference, because I do like all the Daredevils, but the Punishers I like better. It's probably because I just like the character better. But all the Daredevils I did enjoy, because for all of you that don't know, if you are planning on watching the Punisher Netflix series, which I highly recommend, greatest show of all motherfucking time after Married with Children and Tales from the Crypt. And I stand by that too. God damn, is it a brutal one too? Ain't no wimp shit. Dog was shocked. Holy shit. About time they show some goddamn backbone around here in today's fucking stuff coming out. But there's 2 seasons of Punisher. You don't have to watch in order, but you're better off. I didn't, because I didn't know. The second season of Daredevil, not this new one that came out, that would have been the third. The second season of Daredevil brings in the Punisher character, and a lot of the storyline has to do with what bleeds over to the first season of the Punisher. So that would be cool if they did that again, if they do another Punisher season 3, but picking up where he left off, because he just breaks out of that goddamn Kingpin's prison at the very end of the last Daredevil, and then the season's over. So obviously they're anticipating, if they have ideas for another new season, well, it's called like it is. It's a business. They're going to go by how were the views, how were the sales. Oh, that was a flop. Well, we're not doing that. But if the views and the eyeballs and the moolah's there, which I sure hope it is, but usually if the dog likes it, no one else does, because everybody else in this world fucking sucks. They all like stupid, silly shit, fucking goddamn SpongeBob and Uncle Grandpa and just Seinfeld and dumb crap. There's another show that I like. Oh, Tulsa King. The 3rd season came out. Dog hasn't started it yet. I did dig me some Tulsa King. Not gonna lie. Can't go wrong with Sly. So I got the 3rd season. Again, Lindsay doesn't watch any of this shit. So when I have to watch it when she's at her mom's or talking to her sister, and that's spaced out. There could be like weeks I don't watch anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, we put on something on TV, usually some type of documentary or something to go to sleep to, but I don't even count that as watching time, because literally I fall asleep within 15 minutes. So it's like, I mean, I guess I watched parts or whatever. It just takes her longer to fall asleep. But I can honestly say, as far as watching a movie together, like just the 2 of us, 10 years ago, we do watch movies and go to the movies at times, but it's always with the kids, our nieces and shit. So I don't know, for Halloween, last thing we watched, we went to Arizona. Our niece really likes Hocus Pocus. At least she did. I mean, that was last year. As kids, they're changed. It's one of those things where she watches it every single day. So we sat on the couch, watched that with her I think it was in October. That was last year. Does that count? As far as what's the next movie I'm going to be sitting snuggle over the couch watching? Next movie? Like sitting down, like, hey, let's just watch a movie, the 2 of us? I mean, we literally never do that, ever. We don't ever do that, to be honest with you. Me and my me and my girlfriend Kelly are having a tough time deciding, so I thought of a pretty good way to narrow it down. We pick/write down 7 of our faves on a piece of paper. Yeah, all my faves are, dude, Arnie and Sly, and Elcat don't like that junk. So put them in a mason jar, shake them up, and pick two to three out for Halloween night. Honestly, dude, Halloween night for me, I will say this. We hand out candy / take our other niece, the one that lives here, we take her around trick-or-treating, but usually she lasts, well, each year is getting, now that she's 9 now, so each year it's been longer and longer, because we've been taking her since she was like 2 years old, the first year, obviously, maybe we walked around with her when she was a baby, but definitely when she was 2, and every year since. But even when she walked like 4 or 5 years old, she's done within, like, no exaggeration, like 10 minutes. Like, what the fuck? So I'm pretty sure me and my brothers, even at 4 or 5 years old, we went longer than this. Granted, I don't remember at that age, but goddamn sure fucking 8, 9, 10, that's for damn sure. We went to that fucking thing closed. Shop was closed, and we did OT. These kiddos nowadays, holy fucking fuckskis. If they're past their goddamn, they did 10 minutes of walking, they're tuckered out because they're just sitting on goddamn fucking their stupid ass phones, video games, and iPads. Fuck. So Halloween, I could tell you exactly what Halloween looks like. Does it land on a Monday through Friday? If so, I'm handing out candy, and I'll be bedded by fucking 9, 10 o'clock at night. ready to kick ass at fucking first thing in the morning. That's Halloween for the dog. That's been the past several Halloweens. Yeah, that's why I say, if a lot of you guys, if you're to want to hang out with the dog, you'd probably be very, very bored. That's to say. Put it that way. So my faves are Texas Chainsaw 2. I've seen that one I like. Chop Top is my all-time, never even heard of it. Dog Will Hunt, never heard of it. You Killed Grandma, You Hog Bitch, never heard of it. Rosemary Baby, I've walked in on, and Doomstone, which is a good band. Doomstone, King Folly's other side plot project, because it's got some of those racist hillbillies from GBK too, something like that. Good-ass band, did 2 albums. We did LPs of the first album just recently. Might have some copies in stock, but I don't think we do. And if we do, it's less than 10, so you might want to get that. But the second album, Satanovoid, is the one I like the goddamn most. So that needs a goddamn LP. So I know they use intros from it, and I've seen bits and pieces. The Satan's alive, and he's alive. I've walked on that part, but I've never seen the movie in its entirety. Halloween 1 through 2 by Rob Zombie. Never seen them. Reaper / Craig, my brother, he said they're absolutely terrible. But then again, I take that guy's. To be honest, I should go watch them because he said they're terrible. Because honestly, he's just like fucking Lindsay. He's in the Lindsay camp. He's of the opinion of, if he doesn't like it, I'm like, oh man, I better check that out. Sounds like it's pretty good, going to be pretty damn good. If he does like it, I'm like, oh, note to self, do not check out. Because that goes for bands and movies. Because if he likes it, I don't. 99.9% of the time. The original Omen 1 and Part 2. Never watched either one. Part 3 fucking sucks. There was a third one. Didn't even know. House of 1,000 Corpses. Never seen it. Heard it was a turd, though, but never seen it. Just to name a few. Anyways, love the channel. Interested to hear what you guys might like. Keep that free speech going. Yeah, sorry, homeboy. I'm an Arnie's fucking / Sly guy. If I'm going to throw something on, it's probably something I've seen a million times. But as far as me popping out a DVD or turning on a full-length movie from start to finish on any goddamn streaming software, I can tell you for 100% fact, I haven't done that within the last 365 days, not once. That I do know for a fact. But I think we went to the movie theater twice. I'm trying to think, what did we see in the movie theater last? We've definitely been there not that long ago. Was there a Venom, or didn't get to see the third Venom? Although the first 2 Venoms I saw in the theater, we went together. I don't remember what the fuck it was. I don't know. If you shout shit out, maybe I said it. I was going. I think it was the last Jurassic Park. Yeah, it was. Yeah, me and Lindsay went. Yeah, just the 2 of us. We went to go see the last Jurassic Park. I was entertained. I dug it. I mean, was it the greatest goddamn thing since fucking Predator? No, but I mean, I was entertained. Ricardo Vasquez, pay question. Hey, dog, Rick from Sacred Origin. Oh, yeah, you guys remember Sacred Origin, right? I did a review of theirs on the channel. I have a few non-music questions to add some fuel to the fire more stuff to talk about. Good. Not talking about the same old shit. Granted, Joe's question wasn't the same old shit either. So, question 1. A while back, you mentioned something real quick about hearing wrestler Chris Benoit did not commit suicide and was taken out. Any chance you could go a bit more into that on the whether you think he was taken out? To be honest with you, I don't even know what Chris Benoit looks like. Didn't follow wrestling at that time. Just heard about the phenomenon. And, of course, they blamed it on steroids, which is the most ridiculous-ass fucking thing in the goddamn world. Taking testosterone is literally safer than smoking weed. Yes, that is a goddamn fact. Now, some people are going to say, no, it's not. Look at bodybuilders. If you compare it dose to dose, yes, it is, dummy. For example, like, if you just hit 1 or 2 hits of weed to go to sleep at nights, but you're blasting 2 grams of test a week, yes, the weed is going to be safer because the dose is a completely unfair comparison. But if you were to take the equivalent of weed, let's say you're fucking smoking every 15 minutes weed, and a guy's on 2 grams of test, assuming he's not on a boatload of other fucking shit, and he's managing his blood pressure, taking his health subs, etc., he will be healthier than the guy smoking weed. I promise you that. 100% guaranteed. And another reason you could say that, too, is because the other guy that's taking all that fucking test, as long as he's not some dumbass fucking just meathead gym bro, he's doing other shit. He's exercising. He's doing cardio. He's eating healthy. The fucking guy smoking weed all out there, he has other unhealthy life habits. If you were to take same genetics, 2 fucking twins, identical twins, assuming their genetics are exactly the same internally, their DNA, one does the 2 grams of test but lives the healthy lifestyle. The other guy is smoking weed literally every 15 fucking minutes. I guarantee you the one on the test is going to live longer. 100% guaranteed. So don't argue with me on this, dummies, when the people I want to come in and say something stupid. But yes, I understand if you're on a fucking pro bodybuilder cycle as opposed to a guy that smokes occasionally 2 hits before bed. Well, of course, the pro bodybuilder is going to be more unhealthy. No fucking shit. But I'm talking dose to dose if you're trying to match it. So literally so they blamed it on steroids, which is a fucking goddamn joke. What I heard, because I had a good buddy, I haven't talked to him in years though, just kind of fell through, just, drifted apart, life. He was in the WWE, legitimately in the WWE, and he told me that he has no reason to make it up. It just was a conversation. It's a known fact amongst the other wrestlers, and I think it was, he said it was The Undertaker, which I didn't even know the guy's name at the time. He called him Mark. He's basically was like kind of like the locker room manager, and he's like, he's a cool guy. Kind of just kind of like managed the scuttlebutt. You know what I mean? The goddamn to make sure guys aren't goofing off. At least he didn't say that. That's the way he described his position of what he did on the side. That's how I envisioned it, anyways. So he said that I'm almost positive it was Mark that told him that Chris Benoit, that's a thing that they're not even allowed to talk about it, so don't even bring it up, that he's 100% didn't kill himself, that they know for a fact he was murdered. I forget what the reason why, but inside job for sure. Now, whether they hired the mafia or mob or hitman, I don't know. And he didn't say they knew who killed him, but they know for a fact it's an inside job and it was purposely covered up, which makes total sense. Makes total goddamn sense. So that's all I know in detail. I didn't ask too much because I kind of didn't care, to be honest with you. As soon as I heard the guy killed his family and killed himself, and because he did it because of steroids, I already know, this story's false. This is garbage. I was like, there's no... First off, there's only like 2 steroids that kind of that could cause that roid rage. There's 2. And it's like, if you get that side effect, which not everybody does, and it's not rage, you're just a little bit more irritated, or you can be a bit of a more dick. There's 2 of them. One of them, the most common, is going to be trenbolone, which if you're not competing, you have no business even fucking using. Bodybuilders, the smart ones who aren't just reckless dumbasses, they take it 6 to 8 weeks out before the actual show for the cosmetic effect that it gives you and the extra fat burning that it gives you. That's it. 6 to 8. So if they're doing 1 show per year, let's say they're getting a win for the Olympia, top pro, they're taking it for 6 to 8 weeks, once per year. Ooh! The second one, the big kahuna, is halotestin. That was created in the 50s for boys that aren't going through puberty to fucking jumpstart it. Funny fucking fact is that it's considered probably the world's strongest anabolic steroid. It's very liver toxic. That quote-unquote roid rage, it was Mike Tyson's favorites, just so you know. That's an inside fucking, that is a fact. Everybody in the know knows he likes to take that before fights because it makes you a bit more aggressive. Reportedly, it's great for strength. Powerlifters like it too. But it has a cosmetic effect too. Once you're already shredded, you're lean, all the body fat's off. It doesn't burn body fat. It gives you a harder, drier look. So bodybuilders, for example, they will take it 2 weeks. The max I've ever heard anyone take it is for 4 weeks from a show to get an extra, drier, harder look. That's it. So it's not like you're on all this crap that's making you go out of your fucking mind. And I can tell you right now, a wrestler would have no reason to take either one of those because it fucks with your cardiovascular health. Anyone that knows that's used Trenbolone, you're out of breath walking up the goddamn stairs. Your cardio on it is terrible. And he's damn sure not going to be taking halo testing year round. He'd blow out his fucking liver. So he ain't fucking doing that. So what was he doing? Shit like nandrolone and crap, which is going to be a popular one amongst wrestlers because it helps your joints, lubricate the joints, pull inflammation. It's still prescribed too in the U.S. in case you happen to give a fuck. You can get you can get an HRT protocol where you're on testosterone on androlone, just in case you happen to goddamn give a fuck. Might want to look into that, benefit the fuck out of your life, especially if you have achy joints, etc. If anything, that calms people down. People are more chill on it. So there's no fucking way that he lost his mind. Like, that's the biggest. As soon as I hear that, Orange Man, right? Fake news. I was like, I don't even need to hear more. I know this is bullshit. So that's what he told me, those inside jobs. I'm like, I knew it was a lie as soon as I heard the steroid thing. So I'm 100% positive it's a lie. I recently saw that Netflix McMahon documentary. Oh, yeah, Lindsay and I did watch the McMahon documentary together. I did enjoy that. Did I tell you, anyone who's a billionaire is literally a piece of shit, including your goddamn Orange Man, just because he wasn't caught for everything. You do not get to billionaire status without being a piece of shit. Watch that McMahon documentary. Holy fuck, was that guy a goddamn scumbag? By pretty much anybody's definition. And it'll open up how much known shady stuff went down and also open up a bunch of rumors that could be true. Like when Pat Patterson was accused for ring boy Murray Hodgson of sexual misconduct. Dude, there's no doubt. I mean, I wasn't shocked when I heard this stuff. Wrestling business. You telling me you don't think that goes on the NFL, Hollywood, drugs and sex and fucking covering shit up, rape, just covering it up, paying people off? You don't think that goes on? There's not a shadow of a doubt in my mind that it fucking does. I'll bet you any money, dude, if you're to take 10 of the top celebrities in Hollywood, 10 of them, at least 4 of them, have shady sexual fucking crimes under their goddamn belt, which would be considered a crime that just haven't been caught with. I would bet money on it, at least 4 of them. Literally bet money, because when you have that much power and that much, you almost get bored because you could do anything and get away with anything. And they're all partying on cocaine and uppers and downers and fuck Lucifer knows what else. That's just, it leads to that. That's just that goddamn lifestyle. And they just buy their way out of trouble. Pay the chick off. Pay people off. That's the way it is. So there's no doubt in my mind that goes on. Just like technically, Sylvester Stallone has been accused of it. And when I heard about it, people were like, oh my God. Wasn't proven that he did, but yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I could totally see that. So you mean to tell me you think he's raped some women, dog? Sly Stallone? Not accusing him of it, but if I heard that he did, I would be like, and it was provable, let's say it was on video, I'd be like, not least bit surprised. Would you cancel him, dog? No. I'd still watch his shit. I don't watch him because he's a pleasant human being. He might be the biggest scumbag on the face of the earth. I like him because I like his goddamn flicks. You once brought up Arnold and Joe Weider or something like that. Yeah. I'm positive unsolved murders and stuff like that has happened in the bodybuilding world as well. I can put it just right. That's what the funny thing is where some people like to call it the bodybuilding world, at least in that world they do. It's like how the scummy shit that goes on. I'm like, it goes on in every industry. It goes on even in the metal industry. I guarantee you less scummy shit goes on in the bodybuilding world than does in WWE fucking E, especially in the 80s and 90s. I would bet my entire life on it. Share if anything else comes to mind. Nothing that's not really public knowledge, to be honest with you. Question 2. The bodybuilding world is known for taking all kinds of supplements, nutrition, and energy commercial stuff, as well as illegal underground stuff. Yeah. Could you let us know what is the craziest thing you've heard of a bodybuilder's taking? The thing is with that is, it depends on what your definition is. And I'll be completely honest, I'm completely numb to it all. that, to me, none of it's crazy. So I guess let's finish off what he has to say. I'm talking here in the States and in other countries, mainly referring to morbid stuff like human organs and other crazy stuff. They're not doing human organs. Like, what? That's not going on. This question opens up rumors of I can't even say that word, adrenochrome. Not sure if it's a real thing or just it could be a conspiracy. Yeah, so he's just giving me examples. The craziest thing, I mean, so the two things that people are going to say are the craziest just by definition, if you ask anybody in the world, like I'm talking about the actual competitors themselves too, is going to be insulin and DNP. But insulin is not, like, the steroids are not crazy at all, just so you goddamn know. It could be unhealthy as fuck with the doses they're using and some of the protocols, yes, but it's not crazy. By any stretch of the goddamn by any stretch of the definition. So that part's just like, that's considered just, they literally just throw that in the supplements. They call them super supplements, because that's literally the supplements. They're supplementing my hormones. That's how they look at it. Insulin is looked at as crazy, but it's not. It's literally, the funny thing is as non-crazy as steroids are, insulin's even safer. However, you can't overdose on steroids. You can take a bottle of testosterone. You can take an entire fucking bottle, which, just to give you an idea, a bottle for if you see a doctor and get on a replacement dose, that bottle is going to last you 2.5 months. There is guys, they exist to this day, that take an entire, now this is considered aggressive as fuck. They don't all do this, but there's guys that do. They take the entire bottle at a time, 10 cc's, and that's like not common, but it's not like unheard of. There's guys that do it. I've had guys point blank tell me that they do it. Roman Fritz talks about it on his shit in interviews. He doesn't do a bottle at a time, but it's per week. When he talks about dosages, everything's in bottles. He's like, the general rule of thumb, he's like, over here in Europe, he's like, a guy does a bottle of tests and another anabolic, whether it been Equipoise, Primobolan, Masteron, whatever, and they take a bottle of that. He's like, now if they're getting aggressive, they do 2 bottles of each. There's no this milligram shit. Bottle a week. That's generally what they do. And he's just like, that's just the norm. That's just what the guys do. And a guy using a bottle of test, yeah, I can totally see that, a week in the bodybuilding world, which that's a lot. What I'm getting at is you can take the entire bottle in one sitting and nothing's going to happen. Literally nothing's going to happen. You're going to go about your day. Insulin, you could overdose on it. But with insulin is, if you overdose on it, you're just a fucking idiot. It means you mismeasured it, or you don't know how to measure your carbs, because you got to time out the carbs with what insulin you're taking, whether it's a fast acting, a medium acting, or a long acting. Long acting, there's a lot more fucking leeway. But if you're taking a rapid acting like a Humalog, it peaks with its like spikes, first hits within 15 minutes. So if you take 10 IUs and you don't eat anything right away, you're going to go hypoglycemic, and you're going to know. And if you don't, you're going to black the fuck out. Like, that's the way it goddamn works. Now, 10 IUs won't kill you. You'd eventually revive. But what guys have done, they mismeasured it because they're fucking idiots. They're used to measuring their growth hormone. Instead of taking 10 IUs, their coach took 10 IUs, they take 100 IUs, because 100, if you're measuring growth hormone, will look like 100 on an insulin syringe. So they measure to the 100, which is the whole fucking thing, on an insulin syringe. It's like retard. It's called an insulin syringe, meaning those are insulin units. It was made for insulin. Each tick is 1. You go if you're supposed to take 10, you go to the 10 line. They go to the 100 because they're used to measuring growth hormone. That's common as fuck. It's happened there's a million stories out there. And yes, there is guys that have killed themselves doing that. Draw to the 100, just to give you an idea, it's roughly, everybody's slightly different, give or take a couple grams, it's 10 grams of carbs per IU of insulin to match it, to cover it. Assuming you're not diabetic. For non-diabetics, that's generally the math. Milo Sarsha is the one that figured that out. What does that mean, dog? Well, if you shoot 100 IUs of fucking rapid-acting insulin, which is going to hit you like that within 15 minutes, how many grams of carbs you need? Don't do basic math? 1,000. None of you, even you fat fucks watching, you don't even eat 1,000 grams of carbs in an entire day. That's hard to do. So good luck getting 1,000 grams in within the next 15, 20 minutes, homie. even if you're at that point, what they do is, guys, they're slamming straight sugary drinks, whether it be juice, pop, Gatorades. They're not even eating meals. They're doing slamming gummy bears and shit. But even that, you're not gonna be able to eat enough to cover 1,000. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna black out, and then eventually your fucking organs start shutting down. But again, that's just human error. You're just a dumbass. If you measure it correctly and you match your carbs, again, roughly 10 grams of carbs per IU of insulin, what you do is, that's the old dummy way, and that's how guys got fat as fuck on it. You take the meals you're already eating, and you're running higher blood sugars that are optimal for building muscle. So let's say you're eating 60 grams of carbs, chicken and rice. Your rice is 60 grams of carbs. You match your insulin to that. So the meal you're already eating, what am I already eating? You match your insulin to that. All right? You want to take on that chicken and rice meal? Let's say it's meal number 3. Yeah, that's when I want to take it. Some guys take it every single meal, too. What are you already eating? All right, I'm 60 grams of carbs. That's how much rice you're getting that meal? Yep. Okay. What does that mean? How many IUs of insulin are you going to take? Bubbles? 6. So you go to line 6. So it's not crazy, but it's looked at as crazy because you can OD on it. DNP then is a fat burner. I don't know if it's crazy, but it's aggressive, and it could kill you as well. You can overdose. Your body heats up so hot that you literally cook from within, and there's no way to bring your body temperature down. If you go to the hospital, you're fucked. They're just going to put you on ice. But yes, there has been people that died on that. But I don't think there's ever been a bodybuilder that died on it. It's all normies. But it was sold over the counter for years. It was found, I think, around World War II, if I'm not mistaken. In the mining factory is when they found it. But it sounds crazy when the 2 main ingredients are, so this sounds crazy when you hear this, is rat poison and dynamite. So, for example, if you get a capsule and you take a lighter to it, it pops. That's how some guys will test if their shit's real. And another thing, too, just a hilarious part about all this shit is, so those are considered the most 2 dangerous, right? They're not illegal. Neither one of them is illegal. You can go to Walmart right now. Go up to if you don't believe me, go try it. Go up to Walmart right now and say, walk up to the pharmacy and say, I would like to get a bottle of insulin. They're going to say, do you want Humulin R or do you want Humulin N? They're going to ask you which one you want. One's fast, one's slow. They'll go to the fridge. They're going to grab you a bottle, ring you up right there. You don't need to tell them nothing. Don't need to show them a script. Nothing. 100% legal. But yeah, one of the more quote-unquote dangerous. And DNP can be sold as a research chemical. Not illegal. You just can't sell it for human consumption. So as long as you write, not for human consumption on the bottle, that's what they do. All good in the hood. Well, what's it for then? It's for your lab rat, brah. I'm testing my lab rat. That's how you sell it. Not illegal. But yet way more dangerous than steroids, and steroids are illegal. Figure that one out. So I would say those, but I mean, then, they're just using, growth hormone and clenbuterol and thyroid medication, which is generally T3. Peptides are becoming really more popular, some of the new ones. They're implementing those, but those are mostly for health. People, what other drugs are they taking? Then ancillaries to match their, for side effects, like estrogen blockers, DHT blockers, blood pressure medications, cholesterol medications, beta blockers. Yeah, that's what I'm. I mean, it kind of sounds crazy if you're added up. Like, it's funny if you're to ask a pro bodybuilder, assuming he's honest, and there's very few that are. Again, some of them are just their overall health, so this sounds crazy. If he's in contest prep and you go up to him and say, "What are you on?" That's a hysterical question for starters, because you're expecting, is he on some testosterone and trend? Like, you want to get a pen and paper, buddy? If they're honest, because I've done the math before, they're on minimum. And anyone that want to chime in that they watch my shit, that they're lying their ass off. It's like, no, I'm talking about everything. Your blood pressure medications, your beta, everything. Insulin, your estrogen, everything. If you're to add every pharmaceutical up, add it up, write it down, because some of them have done, like, holy fuck, that shit adds up quick. They're on minimally 20 different drugs, up to 35 drugs, 20 to 35. But 20 is, you will not be on less than 20. And I guarantee there'd be some that say, yeah, I'm on less than 20. No, you're not, buddy. Not once we start throwing in the Cialis and adding everything up. The peptides, one by one. I guarantee you it's a minimally 20. 100%. I've never have talked to one that's honest that's been less than 20. And some of it's because it's impossible. Because some things I can mention that it's like, I know for a fact you're on. You're getting ready for a pro show. I could go down the list. I was like, oh, we're at 17 right here, buddy. And I'm sure there's a few other things that you need for your own personal health or side effect management that you need because everyone's a little different. So, you're on at least fucking 20. And that is the bare fucking minimum. So that alone can sound crazy to someone like, what the fuck? You're running at least... Again, that's minimum. That's the conservative guy. 20 different goddamn medications. 35 is about, he's throwing the kitchen sink at it, but not crazy by any means. Pretty fucking standard shit. So yeah, when you start to add up numbers like that, you're like, goddamn, that's a lot of motherfucking shit. So I would say that's the craziest thing, but again, I'm numb to it because that's just like, I don't know. Kind of normal, in my opinion. All the people I hang around with is shit in that world. That's just normal. Like, we don't even talk about it. It's just, it's what everybody does. It's the name of the game, homeboy. It's not, your human body wasn't meant to look like that. You're literally fucking forcing it to look like that. And again, that's why when you get in your 40s, you get the fuck out. It's a young man's sport. Otherwise, your ass is gonna fucking die young for sure. And the guys that do continue it, those are the ones that always die fucking early. So, yeah, you hit 40, you get the fuck out. That's what the smart ones do. You keep going and in your 40s and shit. I mean, hopefully you're going to be okay because there's guys that are still doing it that I really like. But you're definitely playing Russian roulette. There's no goddamn question about it. So, I'd say that's about as crazy as it gets. Comes with surgery, you know what to do. We got back in the morning. And don't forget them goddamn paid skis. That was the last one. Couple loaded questions, so it's getting dry as shit. And then if you want that goddamn 30-minute Zoom and the video with the dog, that's the video for the day. If you want to be on the dog's channel, advertise your shit, or just like Rick from fucking Sacred Origin. If you want to ask different questions, just chit-chat with the goddamn dog, and that's the video to the public. You could do that too. Email in the description box how to do it. Bubbles. Later, goddammit.